Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday, the 14th of January, 2026. I'm going to briefly give you some feedback today and then let you get to your devices. Love to hear how your trading may or may not be improving here over the last several months of working with my broadcast. Has any of this helped you? Please give me a shout if that's the case and let me know what other information might be helpful for you in your quest to become the best trader you can be. Don't forget, almost anything that's going to help you. I got one thing to say. I already know what to tell you. Go to netwinningtrader.com and get a lifetime subscription. Once you have a lifetime membership to the website, then anything and everything that I do from my past as a trader starting in 1986 all the way up to this week, you're going to have complete access to everything. An entire library of trading data and information already distilled for you into what works and what doesn't work, saving you all that time and frustration. So check it out. Here's our thought of the day to get us started for today's Trader's Daily Discipline. I think you actually get a kick out of being disappointed and underachieving because it's easier, isn't it? Failure and unhappiness is easier because you can make a joke out of it. David Nichols said that. Of course, he was a British author and screenwriter, among other different things, humorist. And he was being interviewed by someone who basically, I think, was one of those critics. Every human being on the planet seems to have a critic somewhere. I don't know what this person is doing in our lives, but they seem to want to show up pretty regular. And they really don't provide us any real anything. I don't think they provide us a benefit, anything. I think the only benefit critics provide is a very clear understanding of what not to waste your time on, which is don't waste your time listening to these people. Um, but I think he was being interviewed by one of his critics, and he basically said, I think you could actually get a kick out of being disappointed and underachieving because it's easier, isn't it? In other words, when somebody attacks you for the success you're earning, or for whatever reason tells you, hey, don't get too excited, you're going to lose it all anyway. Just tell them, what? It must be wonderful to have so many people in your level of failure, isn't it? Just isn't it wonderful to sit around with people who think like you do? Hundreds of you at a time talking about how great it is for this easy, wonderful, comfortable life at the bottom where everybody wants to just hang out and do nothing. Failure is easier, isn't it? Unhappier is easier. You can make a joke out of that, is what he said. Yeah, you can joke about that. Yeah, it must be tough living at the bottom. Well, sometimes that's how life goes. It'll all be different when I win the lotto. Ha ha. What are these people thinking? These tiny little minds, the critics, constantly berating the excellence and achievement of those around them. What is the benefit of that? I mean, I just think it's ludicrous, but that's me. I really do. So let's talk about where that puts you as a trader. You're going to run into people that don't appreciate what you're doing, don't understand it, never will understand it, are financially average, they're indifferent, they're mediocre, they're right smack in the bottom of where emotion lies. Whereas you and I have had the confrontation of some of the strongest emotions that can possibly happen. The fight or flight syndrome. The times when the market just, wow, what does that mean? And we've got to do something, either fight or run like hell. All kinds of emotions, anger, frustration, pain, disappointment, suffering, everything that you can think of, we've been through and overcome it in order to put ourselves in a position of true excellence. Now, you would think people would appreciate that and say, that's really Great. I would like to learn how to do that, to become better, to grow, to gain in wisdom and knowledge and purpose, and to use those new skills and abilities to benefit myself and increase my net worth, so I can control my future financially instead of being at the mercy of what other people think or what the market price action actually does. I can benefit from any price action. I don't have to predict it. All I got to do is participate. I think it's important for us to remember that. Now, when we talked about starting off the new year and we're going to make this our best year we can, and we want to use a lot of common sense in that process. Well, I would say the best thing you could do right now, common sense wise, don't get involved with anyone who causes your success to be minimized. Don't do that. Stay away from people like that. And that includes your own head. When you hear yourself saying things like, oh, well, it was only money. Sometimes that happens. Can't control what the markets do. Wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't make a joke out of your failure or your losses. Study them. What did you do there? What was different there? Learn. I've talked to countless number of traders who they'll blow out and then they'll come back. And the blowout cycle is, pretty frustrating. And I've watched them. And they'll say the same thing. Oh, it blew out again. Well, that happens. Blah, blah, blah. Guess I got to save a few more bucks, come back next month. And then you watch what they're doing. What did they do? They got married to a position. They believed in a position so much that when it started to lose, they added to it and kept adding to it until their inverted pyramid blew them out. And they did that every single time. Okay. Instead of studying their losses, going, look, I got to stop this behavior, then I won't have to do this anymore. I want to live in this cycle. They didn't do that. Instead, they kept doing the same thing the same way, expecting different results. Don't do that. Don't be the person that makes a joke out of your own failures. Or if somebody starts giving you a hard time about things that you've experienced or belittling what you're doing, walk away. Leave your coffee cup on the table, grab your coat, and go, I just remembered I have someplace to be. And walk away. Don't waste any time with those people. Guys, have a great day. It's the middle of the week. We got 2 more days left besides today. Let's see if you can pull a little bit more out this week, right? Make it a big week for yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. In between now and then, don't forget, you guys that are brand new listeners, on the 17th. Well, actually, now that we're on to it, let me just mention this real quick. I'll let you go. I'm still waiting for funds to transfer into my account that I have overseas. I don't believe I'm going to have any trading done by Friday afternoon. So we'll see. I may not have a weekly summary of trading on the 17th. So if that's the case, I'll just put something up that says hello. Maybe share something else with you. In any case, have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.